The margin line tool is used to mark the margin line in restorative cases. For crown and bridge cases, the margin line is marked automatically and can be adjusted if necessary. For other restorative cases, such as inlays, onlays, and veneers, doctors can use this tool to manually mark and edit the margin line. The margin line tool enables the doctor to define an accurate margin line and supports clear communication with the lab. Tap New Scan. Open a new Rx prescription, fill in all patient information, and in the tooth diagram, select the prepped tooth. From the drop-down list, select the crown option and fill in all the required fields. Go back to the Rx and tap Scan. The scanner will guide you through the scanning process with guidance tips. Scan the prepped tooth or teeth and the exposed margin. Scan each prepped tooth for 8 to 10 seconds. Drag the green hint point with your finger and position it in the middle of the prepped tooth. Scan the rest of the case according to the guidance tips shown on the scanner. When scanning is complete, tap View Mode. Tap the dye separation tool to isolate the prepped tooth. When the select prepped tooth is marked and highlighted, ensure it is isolated correctly in the prep arch. Tap the margin marking tool to open the menu. Once the tool is active, the screen displays a zoomed-in occlusal image of the 3D model. The marked margin line is automatically calculated by the AI algorithm. The teeth adjacent to the prepped tooth appear transparent, enabling you to see the edges of the margin line and easily adjust the line within the underlying area. To adjust the margin line, make sure the adjustment point circle is activated in the toolbar. Then, zoom in, tap the green dot, and drag it in the required direction. Use the blue Undo button to undo previous actions. Move the prepped tooth to ensure the margin is placed correctly before sending the case. To delete the margin, tap the X in the margin line toolbar. Note that after opening the margin marking tool, the margin is sent to the lab. If the margin line is marked unintentionally, tap the Delete button before closing the tool. Otherwise, it will be saved. The Wizard button is disabled when the margin line is visible and will be enabled when the margin line is deleted. When enabled, tap the Wizard button to automatically draw the margin line. You can manually create a margin line for inlay, onlay, and veneer cases, or if the scanner fails to auto-detect the margin. Tap the Margin Line tool and select the green circular button. Tap the screen to create a green dot and continue tapping on the margin to create a series of green dots. Use the blue Undo button to undo previous actions. Be sure to connect the dots with a black line before closing the Margin Line tool. Note that partial margin lines are automatically deleted, and an error message appears when trying to send models with partial margin lines. Finally, move the prepped tooth to check the drawn margin line and ensure proper placement from all sides. The margin may not be automatically detected if the tooth is scanned incorrectly, a wrong dye separation is used, or the green hint point is not centered on the tooth while scanning. Any of the above may result in part of the scan not being scanned within the dye separation area, and an error will pop up on the screen. This can be resolved by verifying the dye separation tool or deleting and rescanning the prep. To verify the dye separation tool, check that the prep is properly isolated by using the plus or minus signs to adjust definition of the prep area. This will allow automatic marking of the margin. To delete and rescan the tooth, return to scan mode and delete the prep scan within the segment tool. Re-isolate and then rescan the prepped tooth, making sure that the green hint point is in the center of the prep. Once the prepped tooth is rescanned, process the model, and then reopen the margin marking tool for the AI to automatically mark the margin. To summarize, the Margin Line tool streamlines communication between the doctor and the lab, making sure that the position of the margin line is accurate and precise for the best fitting restoration. The margin line is created automatically for crown and bridge cases and can also be adjusted or drawn manually. This ensures that the restoration is accurately created and prevents rescanning and potential remakes. It starts with iTero.